Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So good morning, guys. Hope you are doing well. Got two big stories to talk about today. First, we're going to talk about the death of Michelle Trachtenberg, dead at 39, star from Gossip Girl, Harriet the Spy, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And also, we're going to talk about the death of Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog. They were all found dead in their New Mexico home. So we're going to cover both of those stories today. Should be a good show. And we might get some news later today about Jeffrey Epstein. We'll see if that happens or not. But if it does, I'll definitely have a video on that at some point today. But for now, the big news is Gene Hackman and Michelle Trachtenberg. And as you're going to see, both of their deaths are by the numbers. Pretty undeniable numbers indeed. Let me say hi to the chat. Hey, Chris Cobra. Much love. Hey, Cleveland. Hey, Betty. Hey, Simple Dude. Hey, Henry. Hey, Scotty. Hey, Stalled Sentry. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Mom in the chat. Much love, Mom. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey, Travis. Hey, Viola. Hey, Jessica. Much love, everyone. Guys, do me a favor. When you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. Hey, Diane, how you doing? Hey, Lady Rocks. Hey, Shannon, much love. We'll give it a few more seconds and then we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Michelle Trachtenberg, dead at 39. Alright guys, so if you have a Facebook, if you could please do me a favor, share this out on Facebook. And also if you have a Twitter, please share this out. Very much appreciated. Alright guys, here we go. Hey Hatchie, good to see you. Here we go. Alright guys, just give me a second to get all set up. Hey El Paculi, much love. Alright, we almost got it. Alright guys, here we go. So, in the news yesterday, Michelle Trachtenberg, dead at 39. Former Gossip Girl, Harriet the Spy star, shared troubling posts. And we got this news yesterday on February 26th. Alright guys, so we're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. Alright guys, what I believe we have here based on the numbers is another ritual sacrifice. And the first thing I want to point out, she's known for being in the show Gossip Girl. And Gossip Girl first began on September 19th, 2007. Alright? And she died on February 26th. Okay? So she's known for the show Gossip Girl. The show Gossip Girl began on September 19th. So she's dead 206 days before the Gossip Girl anniversary. And notice sacrifice equals 206. All right? So that's the first thing I want to point out. She's known for Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl began September 19th. She's dead 206 days from the anniversary of Gossip Girl, sacrifice 206. So her last name, Trachtenberg, equals 121, like blood sacrifice is 121. Well, there were 121 episodes of Gossip Girl, like blood sacrifice, all right? So 121 episodes of Gossip Girl, like blood sacrifice is 121, and her last name, Trachtenberg, 121. So she's also known for Harriet the Spy, all right? And Harriet the Spy equals 73, and she died on a day with 73 date numerology. February 26, 2025. 2 plus 26 plus 20 plus 25 is 73. Like Harriet the Spy, 73. Ritual sacrifice, 73. And the word sacrifice is also 73. So she died 228 days before her birthday. The word death equals 228. And on top of that, she starred in the movie Harriet the Spy with Roseanne O'Donnell. And that's her real name. She goes by Rosie O'Donnell, but her real name is Roseanne O'Donnell, which equals 228. Okay? So isn't that interesting? That Roseanne O'Donnell is 228, and she died 228 days before her birthday, and she starred in the movie Harriet the Spy with Roseanne O'Donnell, right? Well, check this out. Rosie O'Donnell breaks her silence on Michelle Trachtenberg's death. She struggled. See how they highlight she struggled right here? She struggled, right? Well, that equals 62, like sacrifice equals 62. That's the quote from O'Donnell, right? Well, guess how old Rosie O'Donnell is? She's currently 62 years old. She was also born in the year 62. Roseanne O'Donnell. All right? So isn't that interesting? Let's back up for a second. Her real name, Roseanne O'Donnell, equals 228, and Michelle Trachtenberg is dead 228 days before her birthday, like Roseanne O'Donnell and death. And then we find out Roseanne O'Donnell is 62 years old, like sacrifice 62, and then she has a quote that says she struggled, which equals 62, and the same cipher as sacrifice, right? Isn't that interesting? Now here's the cover of the movie Harriet the Spy. Notice what they write right above Rosie O'Donnell's head. It says, "On your case." Right here. There's Rosie O'Donnell. There's Michelle Trachtenberg. On your case. 46, like sacrifice, is 46 in that same cipher. Now let's talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It says actress Michelle Trachtenberg, known for a wide range of TV and film roles, including Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer equals 257, like blood sacrifice is 257. The creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer is Joss Whedon. His birthday, June 23rd. So she died 248 days after the birthday of the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And notice human sacrifice equals 248. Still talking about Joss Whedon, the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She also died 118 days before his birthday, which is the gematria of death and homicide. They're both 118. They say it's unclear exactly what caused her death, but sources reported the actress recently underwent a liver transplant due to damage caused by alcohol addiction. Now that right there raises some red flags. I have a hard time believing. I'm not saying, young people can't destroy their liver and, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but I have a hard time believing that a beautiful multi-millionaire actress in her 30s would just completely throw her life away and pretty much drink herself to death. I just have a hard time believing that story. All right? You never know. They could have told her, like, hey, we're going to do this story. Remember, all the world's a stage. We can't believe anything these people say. They could have said, hey, we're going to do a story. You got a liver transplant. You had an alcohol problem, but you're going to pull through. You're going to have this big comeback story. Oh, it'll be great. And then they just went with, oh, yeah, it was the liver transplant that led to a liver failure, right? Anyways, I think it's a very fishy story. I don't see why a beautiful multi-millionaire 39-year-old would drink herself to death. But anyways, let me show you how the numbers fit. So we're talking about the liver failure connection because they're saying that it could be liver failure. Liver failure after a transplant can occur due to a number of possible complications, including rejection, blood clots, and infections. Okay, so she died, not including the end date, she died 138 days after her birthday, which is the gematria of liver failure, 138. So, makes it even more fishy, doesn't it? They're insinuating that it was liver failure, which equals 138. She died 138 days after her birthday, not including the end date. And then back to the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, his name is Joss Whedon, which equals 138. So even without the liver connection, you could say she died 138 days after her birthday, like the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Joss Whedon, his name equals 138. All right? Now, how about the star of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Trachtenberg joined the hit show in the 5th season as Dawn, the younger sister of Buffy, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Her birthday is April 14th. So, Michelle Trachtenberg died 319 days after Buffy's birthday. 319 is the gematria of killing, Lucifer, and Masonic. Alright? And we're going to make a few connections to Masonry here in a second. Now, it says that she began on the 5th season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The 5th season, she was on the series premiere, so she was on episode 1. Or the season premiere, rather. Sorry. She was on the season premiere of the 5th season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which premiered on September 26, 2000. Alright, so she died 154 days from the anniversary of her first appearance, which is the gematria of ritual sacrifice, 154. Now, shout out to Gematrinator85, Derek. Shout out to him. I got this one from him. He pointed out that her first appearance on Buffy the Vampire Slayer was September 26, 2000. Alright? September 26, 2000. Here, maybe I should zoom in for you. Here you go. 5th season, September 26, 2000. That's when she began right here. Season 5 premiere, Buffy vs. Dracula. Okay? So, long story short, again, shout out to Derek. She died exactly 293 months and 0 days after her first appearance on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. 293. That's the gematria of her full name. Michelle Christine Trachtenberg equals 293. How about that? Dead exactly 293 months and 0 days after her first appearance on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And guys, as you come in, please hit that like button. Very much appreciated. And by the way, they just announced on February 3rd It says, Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans rejoiced when on February 3rd, it was announced that the fan favorite Supernatural series would be returning for a reboot on Hulu. It says here, how will Michelle Trachtenberg's death affect the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot? So they literally just announced a reboot of the show. Very fishy indeed. Now, here's the Jesuit connection. Her body was found Wednesday at 1 Columbus Place, which equals 177 and 84, like the Jesuit order is 177 and 84. And they're saying she died after a liver transplant. Well, there it is. There it is, guys, the old 201. So we just made the Jesuit connection. 1 Columbus Place equals the Jesuit order in multiple ciphers. Or is that what it was called? Yes, 1 Columbus Place. 17784, like the Jesuit order. And a very big number with the Jesuits, that number 201, right? So, yep. Says she died right after a liver transplant. And what do you know? Liver transplant just happens to equal 201, that big number we talk about every single day. Liver transplant, 201. Like the full name of the Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, who lives in suite number 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, which equals 201, like Catholic Pope 201. Like the Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. And the Guidestones are built under the alias R.C. Christian, which is a perfect match to Pope Francis, and 3 out of the 4. We had Event 201, remember? Main sponsor, William Henry Gates 201. We had Preparing for Disease X, held 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic, and 201 days from Obama's birthday. Event 201 held on 10 Obama. But anyways, back to the Jesuit connection. Ignatius of Loyola equals 201. That's the founder of the Jesuit order. Guess what the Jesuit order equals? 201. Is it all a coincidence? I don't think so. But yep, liver transplant has that 201. I want to make sure I didn't skip a slide there. Now back to Gossip Girl. She's dead 160 days after the Gossip Girl anniversary, and she played Georgina Sparks on the show, which equals 160. So what are the odds of that? She played Georgina Sparks, which equals 160, and she's dead 160 days after the Gossip Girl anniversary. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Georgina Sparks also has the 83, like Murder 83. The Murder by Numbers movie poster, the B is changed to an 8, the E is changed to a 3, right? The song Murder by Numbers came out in the year 83. Now, including the end date, right? If you include the end date, you could say she died 139 days after her birthday, and Gossip Girl equals 139. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Like Freemasonry is 139. Isn't that wild? I mean, this is an undeniable ritual, in my opinion. Including the end date, she died 139 days after her birthday, like Gossip Girl, 139. And then Gossip Girl is also 58, like Trachtenberg 58, Freemasonry 58. Gossip Girl has the same 3 numbers as Freemasonry. Gossip Girl 59, Freemasonry 59. Gossip Girl 139, Freemasonry 139. Gossip Girl 58, Freemasonry 58. Including that 139, right? And one more time. She died, including the end date, 139 days after her birthday, like Gossip Girl. Now, for more connections to Masonry. Alright, check this out. So, she was born in New York. She died in New York. She's famous for the movie Harriet the Spy, which takes place in New York. And she's dead at 39. New York equals 39, like masonry is 39. Isn't that wild? Born in New York, dead in New York, and the movie she's known for, Harriet the Spy, takes place in New York, which equals 39, and she's dead at the age of 39, like masonry. Well, New York and masonry also equal 33, like liver 33, and let me show you why that matters. Because she's known for Harriet the Spy, which takes place in New York, right? Look when Harriet the Spy came out, July 10th, 96. So she died exactly 33 weeks and 0 days after the Harriet the Spy anniversary. Well, that's crazy, because they're saying she died from a bad liver, most likely. Liver 33, dead in New York 33. Harriet the Spy takes place in New York. And of course, masonry equals 33 in the highest degree of masonry, the 33rd degree. And I just showed you how it connected to Freemasonry with the 139 and all that. So again, this whole thing is just a lot to be a coincidence. Dead 33 weeks from the Harriet the Spy anniversary, which takes place in New York. New York 33, liver 33, masonry 33. And New York equals 666. And as you're going to see with Gene Hackman, he died in New Mexico, which equals 666. So both of them died in a place yesterday that equaled 666. But yep, New York also has that 666. Alright guys, that is it for Michelle Trachtenberg. If you came in late, we'll do a quick recap at the end. Alright, now for Gene Hackman. Let me take a sip of water. Anybody have anything on Michelle Trachtenberg that I missed? Let me know. And please keep hitting that like button as you come in. Very much appreciated. And please hit the share button. Hey Todd, much love. Okay. Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife and dog found dead in their New Mexico home. So even though he's dead at the age of 95, you can't say, oh, come on, Joe. He's clearly dead from natural causes at the age of 95. That's not the case here. Hey, Cody. I just went through Michelle Trachtenberg, but I'm going to do a recap. We're just about to start Gene Hackman. So I was just saying, yep, he's dead at 95, which is old. But the wife wasn't very old. She was only 63. And anyways, definitely wasn't from old age, all right? Not when the Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog, they're all dead. Now, the family believes it was carbon monoxide. Well, wait till you see how that fits in with the gematria, as you're going to see. So yeah, the numbers on this one are off the charts too. Alright, here we go. Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife and dog found dead in their New Mexico home. This article from today, February 27th. Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog were found dead in their New Mexico home, authorities said Thursday. Foul play was not suspected, but authorities did not release circumstances of their deaths and said an investigation was ongoing. Hackman, 95, Betsy Arakawa, 63, and their dog were all dead when deputies entered their home to check on their welfare around 1:45 p.m. Wednesday, Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office spokesperson Denise Avila said. Alright guys, here we go. Yeah, Cody is, for the record, Cody's going to do a video in a couple hours, probably about 2.5 hours from now, on Michelle Trachtenberg. And I know Cody's going to come at it from a little bit different angle, and that's why we make a great team, me and Cody, because we talk about the same stuff, but from slightly different angles. So, can't wait to see what Cody found. I know he's going to talk about keys and portals and that whole thing. So, be on the lookout for that from Cody. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to point out here with Gene Hackman, Gene Hackman has the 46 like sacrifice 46. So right off the bat, Gene Hackman equals sacrifice. All right? And I'm going to show you how his death connects to the Catholic Church and Pope Francis. All right? So Gene Hackman, 46 sacrifice equals 46 Catholic equals 46. We're going to talk a lot about the Catholic Church in this one. So one of the first things that stood out to me, they said that deputies entered their home to check on their welfare around 1:45 p.m. Well, in gematria, in reverse gematria, Catholic equals 145. All right? So we already got two Catholic connections here. Gene Hackman 46, sacrifice 46, Catholic 46. They entered the home at 1:45. Catholic is also 1:45. Okay. So the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, right? His birthday December 17th. And his body, the body of Gene Hackman was found on Wednesday. So their bodies were found on Wednesday. It didn't make the headlines until today. All right, we're going to talk about both days. But let's start with the Wednesday. All right, because the body of Eugene Allen Hackman was found 71 days after the Pope's birthday, the head of the Catholic Church, right? Well, look at this. 71 days after the Pope's birthday, Eugene Allen Hackman equals 71. The Society of Jesus equals 71. That's the official name of the Jesuit order. Pope Francis is a member of the Society of Jesus. The family is suspecting that it was carbon monoxide, which equals 71. Catholic equals 71 also. And Gene Hackman is known for a movie called The French Connection, which came out in 71, and the Jesuits were founded in France. How about that? How about that? That's a lot. We already made the Catholic connection. I won't go back again until we do the full recap. But come on. 71 days after the Pope's birthday, Eugene Allen Hackman, 71. The Society of Jesus, 71. Carbon monoxide, 71. Catholic, 71. He's known for the French Connection, which came out in 71. And the Jesuits were founded in France. Wow. And that's just the tip of the iceberg with the Jesuit connections. Eugene Allen Hackman, 71 and 91, like the Society of Jesus, 71 and 91. He died in New Mexico, which equals 132, like Catholic Church is 132. Now back to the Pope. The Pope's birthday, December 17th. He died exactly 42 weeks, or I shouldn't say he died. They're saying that he died on February 26th, but you guys know they love to muddy up the waters. So what we can say for sure, his body was found on Wednesday, February 26th. I just want to say that for the record. I don't know if they're going to come back later and say, oh, you know, we think he died the day before, a couple days before. Just know, they could always do that. They love to change the numbers after the fact. But anyways, it says right here, on February 26, Hackman and his wife and their dog were found dead at their home. So that's the key point. They were found dead on February 26th, okay, in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Check this out. So he was found exactly 42 weeks and 0 days before the Jesuit Pope's birthday, right? Look at this. Santa Fe, 42, New Mexico, 42, homicide, 42, Jesuit, 42. All in the same cipher. Found exactly 42 weeks and 0 days before the Jesuit Pope's birthday in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Wow. So, their bodies were found yesterday, right? But it wasn't in the news until today. And that's interesting because today is 2/27/25. 2 plus 27 plus 25 equals 54. Like his official name, Eugene Hackman, equals 54, like Jesuit order equals 54. So even if you want to forget about the date numerology that his death is announced on today, you could just say Eugene Hackman equals Jesuit order. Now, this is pretty interesting. His wife is Betsy Arakawa. She's a pianist, okay? So the pianist died, or her body was found, right, 88 days after her birthday, December 1st. Found 88 days after her birthday. Well, that's interesting because pianist equals 88. And Pope Francis is 88 years old. Guess how many keys are on a piano? 88. Isn't that interesting? Come on now. The pianist, which equals 88, died 88 days after her birthday, and a piano has 88 keys. And we're connecting this to the Pope, who's 88 years old. So I thought that was worth mentioning. And notice pianist equals Francis in 2 ciphers. And we're connecting it to Francis, the Pope. Pianist, 3447, Francis, 3447. Notice it says that they were married for 34 years. His wife of 34 years, like pianist, 34. Murder, 34. Francis, 34. Her last name, the one we're connecting to the Pope, Arakawa, has that 56 and 52 like Pope is 56 and 52. Don't forget, Society of Jesus equals 56, the official name of the Jesuits, like Arakawa and Pope. Now, I thought this was also worth mentioning. Gene Hackman is dead at the age of 95, and his wife died 9 months and 5 days before her birthday. Now, how are the Jesuits connected to the number 95? Well, the Jesuits are connected to the 95 Theses because they were established as a Catholic order during the Counter-Reformation, which was a direct response to the Protestant Reformation sparked by Martin Luther's 95 Theses that criticized practices within the Catholic Church, particularly the selling of indulgences. Essentially, the Jesuits were part of the Catholic Church's effort to combat the spread of Protestantism caused by Luther's writings. And I wasn't going to mention this until I made the connection that Gene Hackman played Lex Luthor in Superman. Alright, so you got Martin Luther with the 95 Theses. Alright, and he played Lex Luthor, which is very similar in how they sound, right? Martin Luther, Lex Luthor. And anyways, I had to mention this part. Since we're making the Jesuit connection, the Jesuits are connected to that number 95. And not only is he dead at 95, but the wife is dead 9 months and 5 days from her birthday. And also, it's been 46 years since Gene Hackman played Lex Luthor in the Superman movie. And again, remember, Gene Hackman equals 46, like sacrifice 46, and Catholic equals 46. Everything good in the chat? Alright, moving on. Now, just in case you thought all my connections to the Jesuits with Gene Hackman were just crazy and I'm out of my mind, well, explain this one. He died in Santa Fe, New Mexico, which is a perfect match to the Jesuit order in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. Santa Fe, New Mexico, 1776984, like the Jesuit order, 1776984. And Betsy Arakawa equals 37, that's the wife. And the day they were found did have date numerology of 37. 2 plus 26 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 37, like her name, Betsy Arakawa. And then the day they were found also had 53 date numerology. 2 plus 26 plus 25 equals 53, like Gene Hackman equals 53. And if you don't include the end date, you could say his body was found 27 days after his birthday, like Ritual is 27. And if you include the end date, you could say his body was found 28 days after his birthday, and that's the gematria of kill, equals 28. And they even say the dog died. Interesting, dog has a 17, like kill is 17 in the same cipher. And their bodies were found yesterday, but their deaths are in the news today on February 27th, 2025, a day that has date numerology of 74 and 38. Like killing is 74 and 38. 2 plus 27 plus 20 plus 25, 74, killing 74. 2 plus 27 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 38. Like killing, death, murder, they're all 38. Notice how the headlines say actor Gene Hackman, which equals 67 and 86, like human sacrifice and blood sacrifice are 67 and 86. I also thought their birthdays were interesting. His birthday 130, like human sacrifice 130, and her birthday 12-1, like 121, like blood sacrifice is 121. Now back to Superman. His body was found 73 days after the Superman anniversary, which is interesting because sacrifice equals 73, ritual sacrifice equals 73, carbon monoxide equals 73, which the family thinks was their cause of death, and their bodies were found on a day with 73 date numerology. February 26, 2025, 2 plus 26 plus 20 plus 25, 73. Like sacrifice, ritual sacrifice, carbon monoxide, all 73, and it was 73 days from the anniversary of the Superman movie. And the date that they suspect that they died from carbon monoxide was on 2/26. So look at that, carbon monoxide equals 2/26. Looking very fishy here. And back to Superman. Superman was played by Christopher Reeve. And look at the death date of Christopher Reeve. It's October 10th, 10/10. So not only were their bodies found on 2/26 from suspected carbon monoxide, which equals 2/26, but his body was found 226 days from the anniversary of Christopher Reeve's death date, the guy who played Superman. Isn't that crazy? That's just so much to be a coincidence. On 2/26, carbon monoxide 2/26, happened to be 226 days from the death date of Christopher Reeve, who played Superman. And it was 73 days from the anniversary of Superman, like carbon monoxide is 73. You see how that fits in perfectly? But wait, we're not done yet, because carbon monoxide equals Eugene Allen Hackman in multiple ciphers. Now that should blow your mind. Carbon monoxide 15271, Eugene Allen Hackman 15271. I don't think it was the carbon monoxide, guys. I think that's a cover story, and it fits perfectly by the numbers. Pretty crazy, huh? Oh yeah, New Mexico equals 666, just like New York equaled 666, and that's where Michelle Trachtenberg was found. So both of them, like I said earlier, New Mexico and New York, they both got the 666. Alright guys, that is it. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. This is my full-time job. I am not monetized by YouTube. And thank you very much to everyone who does support. You guys are amazing. Alright, let me go back to Michelle Trachtenberg, and we'll do a quick recap on both of these today, and then we'll go from there. And we'll see if anything on Jeffrey Epstein comes out tonight. Pam Bondi is saying we might get some news on Epstein. So if that happens, I will have a video out later. I'm not sure yet if I would go live or do a regular video, but I'm definitely interested to see if anything like that happens today. Or maybe it won't happen. Who knows? We'll find out soon. Okay, back to Michelle Trachtenberg. Let me take a sip of water and we'll go through this quickly. Alright guys, Michelle Trachtenberg dead at 39. Former Gossip Girl Harriet the Spy star shared troubling posts. And we got this news on February 26th. Alright guys, so she died 206 days before the Gossip Girl anniversary sacrifice equals 206. Trachtenberg 121, Blood Sacrifice 121. There were 121 episodes of Gossip Girl. She died on a day with 73 date numerology like Harriet the Spy 73, Ritual Sacrifice 73, and Sacrifice 73. Her death was 228 days before her birthday. The word death equals 228. Like Roseanne O'Donnell equals 228, and that's who she starred with in the movie Harriet the Spy. Rosie O'Donnell breaks her silence on Michelle Trachtenberg's death. She struggled. She struggled equals 62, like Sacrifice 62. Rosie O'Donnell is 62 years old right now. She was also born in the year 62. Look right above Rosie O'Donnell. It says, on your case, which equals 46, like Sacrifice 46. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was also in that. Equals 257, like Blood Sacrifice, 257. Dead 248 days after the birthday of the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Joss Whedon. His birthday, June 23rd. She's dead 248 days after his birthday, like Human Sacrifice, 248. She's also dead 118 days before his birthday, like Death and Homicide, 118. They're saying it's possible liver failure that she died from after a liver transplant. So anyways, she died, not including the end date, she died 138 days after her birthday, like liver failure, 138. Joss Whedon, 138. That's the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The star who plays Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar, her birthday, April 14th. She died 319 days after her birthday, like Killing, Lucifer, Masonic, they're all 319. She made her first appearance in Buffy the Vampire Slayer on the Season 5 premiere. Alright, that was Buffy vs. Dracula. That was September 26, 2000. So she died 154 days after the anniversary of her first appearance. Ritual Sacrifice is 154. And shout out to Gematrinator85 Derek. He let us know that she died exactly 293 months and 0 days after her first appearance on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Her full name, Michelle Christine Trachtenberg, equals 293. And they just announced a new Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot this month in February. And here's your Jesuit connection. Her body was found at 1 Columbus Place, which is 17784, like the Jesuit order. And they're saying she died after a liver transplant. Well, liver transplant has that big 201, like the full name of the Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201. He lives in Suite 201 at the Doma Sancte Marte, 201. Catholic Pope, 201. Guidestones down, 201 days from the Pope's birthday. Ignatius of Loyola, 201. The Jesuit order, 201. On Gossip Girl, she played Georgina Sparks, which equals 160. She died 160 days after the Gossip Girl anniversary. What are the odds? Georgina Sparks also has the 83, like Murder 83. including the end date. She died 139 days after her birthday, like Gossip Girl 139 and Freemasonry 139. Gossip Girl 58, Trachtenberg 58, Freemasonry 58, Gossip Girl 59, 139, and 58, like Freemasonry. Speaking of Masonry, she was born in New York, died in New York, died at the age of 39 in New York, and she's known for Harriet the Spy, which takes place in New York. So New York equals 39, like Masonry, 39, dead at the age of 39. She's known for Harriet the Spy, which takes place in New York. She died exactly 33 weeks and 0 days after the Harriet the Spy anniversary. New York 33, liver 33, Masonry 33, the highest degree of Masonry, the 33rd degree. They're saying she probably died from a bad liver. Isn't that wild? 33. And then New York also has the 666. And then let's go over to Gene Hackman, and then we'll wrap this up. Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife and dog found dead in their New Mexico home. So you can't say it was old age, right? Old age isn't going to kill you, your wife, and your dog all on the same day, right? So we get this news today, but their bodies were discovered yesterday. But it's in the news today, so we're going to talk about both dates. I don't need to read that again. So Gene Hackman has the 46 like sacrifice, 46 like Catholic, equals 46. The deputies entered their home at 1:45. Catholic equals 1:45. The head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, the Jesuit, his birthday December 17th, so their bodies were found 71 days after the Pope's birthday. Eugene Allen Hackman, 71. The Society of Jesus, 71. That's the official name of the Jesuits. They're suspecting carbon monoxide, 71, and Catholic equals 71. He's known for the movie The French Connection, which came out in 71, and the Jesuits were founded in France. That's crazy, all them 71s lining up perfectly. Eugene Allen Hackman, also 91, like The Society of Jesus, 91. Dead in New Mexico, 132, like Catholic Church, 132. His body was found in Santa Fe, New Mexico, exactly 42 weeks and 0 days before the Pope's birthday. Santa Fe, 42. New Mexico, 42. Homicide, 42. Jesuit, 42. His death is announced today on a day with 54 date numerology. 2 plus 27 plus 25, 54. Like Eugene Hackman, 54. Jesuit Order, 54. The wife was a pianist, and her birthday, December 1st. So the pianist was found dead 88 days from her birthday. Pianist equals 88. The Pope is 88 years old right now, and the piano has 88 keys. Pianist, 34, Francis 34, murder 34. They were together for 34 years. And then pianist also has the 47 like Francis. Arakawa, 5652. Pope, 5652. The Jesuits are connected to the number 95 through Martin Luther and the 95 Theses, and he's dead at the age of 95. The wife was found dead 9 months and 5 days from her birthday, and you have the 95 Theses and Martin Luther. In Superman, he played Lex Luthor, which sounds very similar, and he died 46 years after playing Lex Luthor. And Gene Hackman is 46, sacrifice 46, Catholic 46. And here's the big Jesuit connection. He died in Santa Fe, New Mexico, perfect match to the Jesuit order, and 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. Her body was found on a day with 37 date numerology, like her name, Betsy Arakawa, 37. That same day also had 53 date numerology, like his name, Gene Hackman, 53. And if you don't include the end date, you could say his body was found 27 days From his birthday, big ritual number, ritual 27. If you include the end date, you could say it was 28 days after his birthday, like Kill is 28. And even the dog died, dog 17, like Kill 17. And it's in the news today, a day with 74 and 38 date numerology, like Killing is 74 and 38. Actor Gene Hackman, 6786, like Human Sacrifice and Blood Sacrifice. Their birthdays are very interesting. His 130, like Human Sacrifice. Hers 12-1, like 121, like Blood Sacrifice 121. And then back to Superman, where he played Lex Luthor. His body was found 73 days from the anniversary of the Superman movie, like carbon monoxide 73, ritual sacrifice 73, sacrifice 73, on a day with 73 date numerology. And look at this. I mean, how crazy. Carbon monoxide is what they're saying it could be, right? Carbon monoxide equals 226. They were found on 226. And back to Superman, who was played by Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve died on October 10th. So their bodies were found 226 days from the death anniversary of Christopher Reeve. Pretty crazy stuff, man. And look at that. For the confirmation, carbon monoxide, 152.71, Eugene Allen Hackman, 152.71. So carbon monoxide equals his full name. That's wild. And New Mexico equals 666. Wow. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. You put all that together, all the 71s connected to the Pope and the Jesuits. I mean, it's all there. And then Santa Fe, New Mexico. Perfect match to the Jesuit order in 3 out of the 4. So you have both of these. Gene Hackman and Michelle Trachtenberg. Definitely buy the numbers. All right, let me turn this around. Yeah, Gene, if you're coming in late, Gene, I just talked about the French connection right here on the 71s. So his name, Eugene Allen Hackman, 71. He died 71 days after the Pope's birthday. The Pope, a member of the Society of Jesus, which equals 71. The French connection came out in the year 71, and the Jesuits were founded in France. And then on top of that, they're suspecting carbon monoxide 71 and Catholic 71. Pretty crazy stuff, man. All right, let me turn this around. All right, let me check in with the chat. Hey, Cohen. Hey, John Steele. Hey, Mr. Hey, Nike. Hey, Duck. Hey, El Paculi. Hey, Samantha. Hey, Gene Spliced. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Todd. Does anybody have anything I'm missing on Gene Hackman or Michelle Trachtenberg? Let me know. Read in the chat. Hey, lowly man for Christ, much love. And again, Cody should have a live stream in about 2 hours or less talking about Michelle Trachtenberg. Just scrolling the chat, seeing if I missed anything. Thank you, Diane. And thank you, everyone else, for all the nice comments. I appreciate it. Let me just look something up real quick. Alright, so we're still waiting for this news on Epstein, which might happen today. We'll see. If it does, I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm scrolling up here. Thank you, Henry. Okay, thank you, El Paculi, I see. I'm looking at something El Paculi's mentioning. Hold on. Okay. So El Paculi is saying Lex Luthor wore a kryptonite ring. And kryptonite ring equals 201 and 177, like the Jesuit order. So that's definitely worth mentioning, since we were making the Jesuit connection with Gene Hackman, right? Who played Lex Luthor. So yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, let me show you. So it says here, Lex Luthor used a kryptonite ring for himself. He wore the ring at all times in an effort to keep Superman away from him. Alright, kryptonite ring. So let me show you the gematria on that. There you go. Kryptonite ring, 201, 177, like the Jesuit order, 201, 177. And obviously that's a big number with Pope Francis, right? Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201. Lives in Suite 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, 201. Remember, liver transplant was 201 with Trachtenberg. But yeah, Pope lives in Suite 201. His name equals 201. The Jesuit order 201. The whole thing, right? But yeah, thank you, El Paculi. That's a good addition. Since we're connecting Gene Hackman to the Jesuit order, there you go, kryptonite ring. And then remember, Santa Fe, New Mexico had that 177, right? Here. There you go. Here, let me set this down. Hold on. Yeah, it's also got the 84, right? So here, let me show you. See how kryptonite ring has the 84 also. So kryptonite ring 84, the Jesuit order 84, right? So it's got 3 of the same numbers there. Look, kryptonite ring is 201, 177, 84, the Jesuit order 201, 177, 84. So it's actually got 3 of the same 3 numbers, including that 177 and 84, like we talked about with Santa Fe. See, Santa Fe, New Mexico has the 177 and the 84 there. So, anyways, and again, kryptonite ring 201, like the full name of the Jesuit Pope. And we talked a lot about the Pope in this one, obviously. Started out with all the Pope connections with the 71 days from the Pope's birthday and all that. And then real quick, back to... Here, let me set this down. Just want to show one more time that a liver transplant had that 201. Just so you can see the list of the 201s, because we already talked about it today. See, Michelle Trachtenberg had the liver transplant, 201, like the full name of the Pope. Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, lives in Suite 201 at the Dome of Sancti Marte, 201. Ignatius of Loyola, 201, Catholic Pope, 201, and the Jesuit Order, 201. Yeah, thank you, El Paculi. Definitely interesting that we're making the Jesuit connection, and we made the connection to Lex Luthor, right? And now we know. Lex Luthor had a kryptonite ring, which is 201, 177, and 84, like the Jesuit Order. Very good. Let me scroll up. Hey Carm, how you doing? Thank you, Stacey Ann. I'm just seeing, I'm just killing time. Sorry, guys. I'm just seeing if there's anything else to talk about before I hop off, because I'm about to wrap it up. Just want to make sure we don't miss anything. All right, guys. I think we covered it all. Yeah, I mean, we could find a million more things, but I think that's enough. pretty obvious these are both rituals by the numbers. Yeah, Jean, I heard something about that. She was the portal opener in Buffy. I know that's Cody's connection, so I'm just going to wait and see what he finds on that. But yeah, I know that's part of it too. Alright guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up. Again, we'll see if there's any news about Jeffrey Epstein today. If there is, I'll cover it, either in a short video or live. I'm not sure yet. I'm not even sure if the news is going to happen today or not, but they're saying it could happen, so we'll see. But anyways, guys, pretty obvious, these two deaths all by the numbers. Please do me a favor. Please share it with everyone you can. Very much appreciated. If you have a Facebook or a Twitter and you want to share it, very much appreciated. So anyways, we'll leave it there for now. We'll look out for Cody's video. And thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And please do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.